Hello, YouTube. Gosh, this is the longest I've gone without shooting a video in a while. So it's 8:07 p.m. Saturday, September 3rd, 2022. I don't think I've shot a video since, pretty sure since Thursday the 1st. I'm pretty sure the last video I shot was the one when I was dang, it's hot in my car still. The one where I was in, oh God, my brain is just turning into jello right now. The one where I got caught in that odd traffic jam heading over to Bullocks, my show at Bullocks. Yeah, I still have no idea what caused that. That was an unusually large amount of traffic, and it didn't take a really long time to get through it or anything. It was just odd. Like, usually I'd pull up and either I get that light green and I just shoot through the intersection, or I get stopped momentarily a few cars back from the light and just have to keep my eyes open not to run over the fool who's walking onto the ramp, which has no pedestrian access, with a sign panhandling. So, main reason there haven't been any videos, I haven't really had anything to say. I did notice a comment from somebody, and I didn't respond to it. I've been thinking about an intelligent response to it, but somebody had commented about how frustrating it was when I'm telling a story and I get sidetracked. Yeah, welcome to my life, dude. Having mental illness is rough. You know, you think it's rough listening to it. Imagine if it's your brain that can't focus like that, and you're still having to try to live your life and function. So welcome to my world. That's just kind of how it is for me. Wow, building going in on the right there. It's looking impressive. Well, I am super thirsty. I've already got my Circle K Sip and Save drink for today. But of course I could just, drive till I get to the bar, but yeah, I just want to get like some tea or something on my way there. And I'm not even sure what bar I'm going to. I don't know. I just want to go out. Priscilla kind of frustrated me again, last night and today. That's the usual thing. I don't know. Just sick of the tease, sick of the stringing along, acting like she's going to give it up, and then she doesn't. And I'm honestly just at this point just kind of looking forward to the point where she gets all her shit out of my place, and I have a realistic chance of cleaning it up. Now, granted, I was before the toothache, I was pretty actively working on cleaning up my room, and I made some pretty substantial progress on it, because at this point, like, the mess in my room that's not Priscilla's mess, that's my mess. Now, granted, her mess in all the other rooms is making it harder for me to handle my mess in my room, because I'm not really able to take any of that and buffer it in the other rooms, or take much of it anyway. But, yeah, the toothache and the extractions, that was quite a setback. And of course, I gotta go back to work tomorrow night. I can't keep just taking time off from Amazon, or I'm gonna find myself without enough money to cover rent. In fact, next month I expect is gonna be, or this month I should say, it's already September, but like when next month's rent comes due, God, that'll be October. It's September now. But yeah, when October rent is due, it's gonna be it's gonna be tough. Because this last Friday was my first Friday of no check from Amazon. This next Friday, I'm also looking forward to nothing from Amazon. In both weeks, I said I was going to get on A to Z and just throw a little PTO my way. That way, I have some money coming, and both weeks completely forgot to do it. So yeah. So yeah, this Friday, the only money I got coming is going to be from you know, what I make off my karaoke show over at Bullocks, and hopefully I get some tips. I got like one $20 tip on Thursday, which is something. I don't know. I wish just everybody who sang was just kind enough to kick down a couple of bucks. That would go a lot farther than the one dude that's like, hey, if I throw you $20, can you bump me up sooner? Sure, dude. But I'm appreciative of the $20, and I think I bumped him up next just because and busy shows where I've got most people tipping, I appreciate the tip, but I can't, it's not fair to the other singers. But at this point, when absolutely nobody else is tipping me, yeah, fuck them. You're next, dude. I don't even care. Thank you. Thanks for the support. I need the support. I did sell a couple CDs. Sold one today, sold one yesterday to the same person in Glendale. Part of me honestly wants to deliver them myself, but they're at like 67th Avenue in Glendale, which is it'd end up just costing me more in gas than what the postage is, even as close as that. Even though that's like a driving distance as opposed to most of my orders going across the country, it's still more effective to just mail it. So a little bit of money coming from eBay. Every little bit helps. Anyway, I got I saying I haven't shot any videos because I have nothing to say, but come to think of it, I got quite a bit to say. At least try to sum up what has happened since my show on Thursday night. And I will continue that after I go into this into the Circle K to grab a drink. By the way, I'm at the Circle K at 44th Street in Osborne. This is a much more upscale area than most of the Circle Ks that I go to. I do occasionally see homeless people in front of this one, but it doesn't look like that's happening tonight. There's a random guy on a motorcycle to the left of me that's kind of loitering curiously, and I don't know what to think about that, but he's just probably trying to handle himself, which is something you can't do. Hey, I'm just sitting here in my car, so I mean, he's standing outside his vehicle, so whatever. Anyway, I gotta get my drink. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Did anybody miss me? Probably not. I bet you just got a whole lot of footage of nothing there. Even the guy on the motorcycle bailed. You know, it's as bad as most of the Circle Ks I go to are, as far as like all the just riffraff loitering in front. It's actually kind of refreshing to go into this one, and it makes a difference on the inside of the Circle K as well. Like this one. I've shot some videos of just how bad some of their soda fountains are, and on other ones I've just kind of told you about how bad it is. And this one, for the most part, stocked and clean. What a novel concept. I was going to get the Triple Berry Circle K water, but that was... I've learned with the Circle K water, they're so bad at stocking it that most of the time I just kind of tap it to see if water comes out or if colored water comes out. And yeah, I really like the Triple Berry. I really like there's a tropical one, I forget what the heck it's called, but now the tropical one was in stock. The Triple Berry, which I was craving, was not in stock, and it's like, well, at least one of them is putting out some colored water, yay. And then from there I just went to I looked at the other fountain. They got the Arizona green tea there, so I went ahead and grabbed that. Oh God! So what was I had all these things I was wanting to talk about going into Circle K, and now it's just escaped me. I don't remember. Not too much to say about the karaoke show. It's the first show I've had in ages where I didn't come in to find a bunch of birthday party decorations. So yeah, no birthday parties. That was odd and refreshing. It seems like lately, every time, at least like the last two shows, when I have people being upset about like how I'm doing stuff, it all revolved around birthday parties and stuff. Like, and I don't even want to talk about that. But just it's, you know, just I don't know. It just kind of gets awkward. Like you let the DJ do what the DJ is going to do. Enjoy your birthday. Fuck. Sometimes it just, I don't know. It gets frustrating when there's expectations of me that aren't really communicated clearly, and then I'm doing my best to, you know, just make it happen, and people are frustrated because they don't like the way I made it happen when they didn't do much of a job of communicating how they would like me to make it happen. Anyway, so yeah, it was nice not to have to deal with that. Bar was damn near empty when I started. I mean, not empty, but, you know, empty by Bullock standards. Yeah, I ended up like filling out, which was good. I mean, most everybody who was there for my karaoke show. And that felt good. It felt good, you know, to see that I built up that much of a crowd. Because it's sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I've got such a great karaoke show. Everybody's coming for me and coming for my karaoke, and then I got to take a step back and go, no, there's two big ass birthday parties for here. Like, these people are here for these birthday parties. They're not here for me. But then again, like, well, why did they decide to have their birthday parties at my show? Probably because, at least on some level, those people are here for me. But anyway, yeah, it's oh shit, hang on, I need to go to the bank. I almost forgot about that. So I don't know. Anyway, there was a lot of people turned out, because there was a disproportionate amount of people that were there, you know, specifically for karaoke. After about, like, I started singing right at the beginning. I had a woman that gave me a request to sing two songs. I forget her name. I think it's Patsy. Excuse me. And she's been there before. She's an older woman. Like, I want to say probably in her mid-60s. But, oh my Lord, she can sing. I mean, like, she can say, like, she's a phenomenal singer. And I feel bad because I know she's been there before, and I totally didn't recognize her when she showed up. As soon as she started singing, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this chick. This chick's voice is powerful, damn. But her first, I forget what her first song was, and it was just kind of okay. But the second one she did, and talk about just like picking a song that is just I mean, when people ask me what they should sing, I always tell them, hey, just, sing what you love. Sing what's coming from your soul. Sing what you like. Don't worry about the crowd. But the reality is, you kind of do have to worry about the crowd. Like, you can sing something, like, case in point, last night I went out and sang at 2 bars myself. Went to Oz Bar, and then I went to Wander Inn, kind of like what's been my usual Friday night for a while. And the last song I did at Wander Inn, I didn't get much crowd response. And of all the songs I sang at Wander Inn, it is hands down the one I sang the best. And it was an example of me just singing what I love and something that is from inside me. But I sang, I sang a song from the Tragically Hip. No, I can't think of the name of the song. It's terrible. It's the one that starts out, out at the Speedway, some kind of Elvis thing. But I can get behind anything. Let it out, let it all out. I forget what the hell the name of that song is. Oh, Blow It High Dough. Just came through my head. Blow It High Dough. I sang Blow It High Dough. Fucking rocked that song. I've been a big fan of the Tragically Hip since, I want to say probably 93, 94. Around 94, I think, is when I got turned on to the Tragically Hip. I feel like it was like right after Tracy and I separated when I was living in Sunny Slope. That seems like the time that the Hip came on my radar. And I could get into detail on how that happened, but I don't want to sidetrack on the Tragically Hip because it's awful listening to me when I tell my stories and I get sidetracked, apparently. But anyway, yeah, so I sang that, and I mean, I enjoyed it. I fucking rocked it. And there were a couple of people who seemed to be enjoying it, but when the song was over, like, pretty much everybody had tuned the song out, and I got hardly any applause at all. And the reality is that there's probably not a single person in that bar that knows that song at all, except for maybe my so-called girlfriend, who only marginally knows it from me. So, yeah. So that's not what Patsy did at all. Patsy's second song couldn't have been more perfectly. So it does make a difference to pick out stuff that the song, it's going to resonate with the crowd. And another example from what I sang at Wander Inn last night, I attempted, and I don't know where my fucking brain was on this, but I attempted to sing No One Like You by the Scorpions. Like I am not nearly as good of a singer, nor do I have the high-end range and power that Klaus Meine has, or should I say had in the 80s. I probably still don't have what he has now, and the guys like I think he's in his 70s, so whatever. One of the greatest heavy rock singers of all time, one of the greatest singers in any realm of all time. The guy's just got an immensely powerful voice and huge range, and his can hit high notes like nobody's business, just with power, raw power. We're not talking falsettos, we're just talking raw power, high notes. Damn, that man can sing. And I mean, he was at the top of his game in the early 80s when No One Like You came out. I pulled off some Scorpion songs before, and I'm looking at that when I'm thinking, God, do I remember how this song goes? So I listened to just a bit of it in my ear on my one of my smartphones from YouTube, and I just listened to the verse, because at first I looked at the lyrics on a lyric site just to see, like, oh, okay, how old? Because if I can look at the lyrics and I can hear the song in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'll be able to pull this off at karaoke. I'm good. Let's listen to the key changes in the song. Like this, I can kind of hear it in my head. I can see it. I'm good. On songs I haven't heard in a while, like that one. And I open the door, let some air in. It's hot. I think it's like 99 degrees out. Now, let me check the iPhone weather widget. If I can get logged into this. So it turns out my home button is going out. No shock there. It's 100 degrees right now. Nope. Never mind. Dropped down to 98. I think it was 100 when I got in the car. So it is kind of cooling off tonight. Clear skies in Phoenix. Cloudy skies in Phoenix holds the heat in. Clear skies, it will cool off. So that's good. It has been hot as hell all week, so cooling off is good. So anyway, yeah, so I listened to No One Like You on my speaker, and Mostly because when I looked at the lyrics, I was unsure of how the verse went. Like, I recognized the chorus, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, I can sing that. No one like you, yeah, I can sing that. Didn't think to myself just how high that went. Like, I'm hearing the melody in my head, but I'm not hearing how high the pitch was. So I listened to the verse, and I'm just like, oh yeah, I got this. I can sing this. And as soon as I'm hearing it, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember how that goes. I missed you since I've been away. Yeah, I got this. Ooh, babe, got this. And so sang the verse pretty well. And of course, when the song comes on, that's one of those like 80s headbanger songs that just everybody remembers, especially when you consider like the demographics, that it's mostly people in their 50s and 60s hanging out at Wander Inn. So, I mean, everybody remembers that song fondly. And wow, there's somebody speeding down Lafayette in a big truck like an idiot. God, I wish it was daytime out. Like, I'm up this neighborhood. When you pull out of this bank, you can turn left onto Lafayette, and Lafayette has actually got some of the most beautiful homes in all of Phoenix. Just straight up mansions down the whole street. It's kind of wild that like there's neighborhoods with just mammoth mansions in it, so close to where I live. I mean, not to say that my neighborhood's a bad neighborhood, but this neighborhood's not overrun with homeless people like mine currently is. Anyway, what was I saying? So anyway, I mean, the crowd's just loving it before I've even opened my mouth on just power chords over the PA system and me just playing a little air guitar like that's gonna rock. And I sang the verse, and I wouldn't say I did it, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna say I brought that at about a 7. Like, I wasn't like me at top peak as a vocalist or anything, but I was pulling it off. And then once the chorus hits, like, I suddenly realize how in over my head I am. And I'm just like, I can't hit those notes. I can't even come close to those notes. I'm trying to do it in a falsetto, and that doesn't work for the song because it just sounds horrible. Everything I'm doing just sounds horrible. And I make it through it. I think my last time when the chorus came around, like, I sang it an octave lower, which wasn't, it again didn't work. It wasn't good. Anyway, yeah, nothing I tried got me through those choruses. They just don't sound good. The only thing that saved me is I could actually sing most of the verses. And at least I remember how the verses went. So there's that. But the song just so popular, I still got mad amounts of applause for it. Which is like, so it does show, so it does make a difference. If you're picking out a song, pick something that's going to work with the demographics of the crowd. I still tell people they should sing what they're into, because that's what I personally want to see. Even if you sing something that doesn't resonate with the crowd, I'm going to enjoy, me as a host, I'm going to enjoy you more. You're singing something that's just really you, and you're putting yourself into it. And I can, I'll get something out of that. But anyway, so the one that, back to Patsy, because it's terrible having to listen to me when I get sidetracked. The one that she did was Rufus and Chaka Khan, Sweet Thing. Now, it's kind of funny because of the age and the demographics at Bullock's. I would, being more 30-somethings and 40-somethings, I would imagine that as opposed to Patsy, it's probably in her 60s or maybe late 50s. I would imagine that the majority of those people in their head thought they were hearing a Mary J. Blige song as opposed to a Chaka Khan song. But those who know, and those who don't. But I'll tell you this: Mary J's cover is so faithful to the original, as far as like just the arrangement of the song and the instrumental, that the main thing that differentiates the Mary J. Blige version from the Chaka Khan version, just style as a vocalist. And on that note, on that song, Patsy brought so much of herself as a vocalist into it. I had goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it, especially at the end of the song where it's largely improvised. Or it's just like a bunch of high notes and just a lot of ooh 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 and just improvisation as the backing vocals are repeating the chorus of "You're my wish, you're my desire," but then the lead vocal is just doing these soaring improvised runs. And most people, when they sing that song at karaoke, they just repeat the chorus. And that is not what Patsy did. Patsy just like took it to, oh man, I want to say she took it to almost Mariah Carey levels. I'm not used to seeing a voice that powerful and notes just all over the scale, but perfectly, in pitch and in key, coming out of somebody that age. But holy crap. And I mean, that's where the show really got going. At her second song, because she sang her first song and I sang something, and both of them just kind of didn't go anywhere, and then I did a little DJ set and then went back to her and had a couple other singers and then I sang, but yeah, once she sang Sweet Thing, and the show was on, and after that it just packed out, and so many singers. I probably had one round of karaoke that went probably 90 minutes. People singing some really great shit. I don't think I can't even think of a single person that seemed like they were frustrated at me at any point. Everybody's just having a blast. Anyway, love to talk more about last night's Thursday night show, more about my Friday escapades, but I needed 26 minutes, and I've accomplished something that I could have done in about 12 minutes if it wasn't for me sitting in parking lots talking to myself. So that's responsible use of my time. Sure it is. I mean, I don't know. Looking at my views on my channel, and the last I checked, my short wasn't going to say anything, where I just powered on the camera to say, hey, look at this ridiculous traffic jam, has got like 40 views, which, granted, by YouTube standards isn't nothing, but by my channel, that's quite a few. So I figure if that's getting 40 views, I should at least follow it up with something. So here we are, staring at a branch of the Chase Bank, which actually, you know what? Let me pull the camera out. I should do better, more interesting content. I got more interesting content sitting right in front of me, and I was about to power off the camera and not let you guys enjoy this. So let's show you this as I transition to something that has absolutely nothing to do with anything that I've talked about up to this point. I have a lot of interests. You probably figured that out by now. And one of them is architecture. And probably the most famous Arizona architecture by far is, oh my God, his name just fell right out of my head. Oh my God, I'm so fired. Oh my God, I can't think of the guy's name. Oh, that's terrible. This bank branch is designed by Arizona's most renowned and famous architect, Frank Lloyd Wright. Oh my God, I can't believe I was forgetting his fucking name. Wow. But yeah, these neat little cast things, which are more decorative than anything else. Yeah, this is all a Frank Lloyd Wright design, and I think it was an Arizona National Bank branch when it was built. And keep in mind, man, this is a very somewhat upscale part of town. I'm at the corner of 44th Street and Camelback, but yeah, it's kind of neat to see something that's definitely, I mean, Frank Lloyd Wright definitely put the art in architecture, and it's neat to see one of his creations that's still not only standing but like very functional in use. At least that one provides a little shade. Yeah, this bank has got this is a really cool looking building. Everything's rounded, and it's got the repeating of that pattern with the kind of with the like kind of serrated edge sort of thing, and all glass, and like from here you can see into the lobby of the bank. I mean, not right now because it's dark, but this is probably not the best time to showcase this, but whatever, I'm here. Dang, my eyes can see this area pretty good, but the camera is really not capturing it, unfortunately. But yeah, we kind of got like the curve turning the other direction and like a crescent on this side, and then another one of those little mushroom shaped shade structures. We got some more of them over here. They're all around the property. Anyway, I dig this building. I can't believe I forgot Frank Lloyd Wright's name. I'm so oh, you're gonna have to take my Arizonan card away from me.
Some great sculptures here as well too. They're all copper, I'm pretty sure. Get a little closer to that one there. Anyway, if there's life security right now watching me on camera, they're probably wondering, the fuck is this guy doing? So on that note, I'm going to wrap this up and use the ATM there, and I'll be back with another video as I leave here. Thanks for watching.